Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Connoisseurs. This time we are going to be reviewing GFuel versus GamerSupps. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this very methodically because that's what type of person I am. I like to take steps to approach things and not just say how I feel about it, which is what I've been doing with coffee over the past couple of videos. But this time I'm actually going to take a different approach to it. I'm going to be ranking it in different categories and either giving a point or not giving a point depending on how they line up against each other. And I have these categories written over on my computer screen here just so I don't forget them, and those are caffeine content, nutrition facts, powderiness, like how much powder there is in each cup after you mix it together, and then flavors, other products, and the overall performance of the drink. So let's go ahead and get started because I have a lot of things to say about each different drink. So the first thing, this show is called Caffeine Connoisseurs, so I feel like I have to rate the caffeine content first. So on caffeine content, GFuel takes the point for that, but it's not exactly as cut and dry in that. There is one little caveat. Now, I had a hard time figuring out which one actually did have more caffeine content. So for GFuel, it's actually written on the tub how much caffeine there is, but with GamerSupps, I should actually point to the top or bottom because there's one on each side, but on GamerSupps, it's not exactly as straightforward how much caffeine it has because it's nowhere on the back of the shaker. All it says on here is organic caffeine from green coffee beans and natural caffeine, 99% from coffee. So I actually had to go on their website, and it turns out there's 100 milligrams per serving. Now, that's not exactly true because to fill a whole shaker, I should point over here because my GamerSupps shaker is over here, to fill a whole shaker, you actually need 2 servings. So it's a little bit of a toss-up between the two because with GFuel, you only need 1 scoop to fill a shaker. With GamerSupps, you need 2 scoops to fill a shaker. And there is a difference between the serving sizes because, as you can see, the GamerSupps scoop is a lot smaller where the GFuel scoop is a lot bigger. But even after you use 2 scoops of GamerSupps, it still doesn't quite equal a full scoop of GFuel. So I'm going to award half a point to GamerSupps because even though the caffeine is less per serving after using 2 scoops, you get 200 milligrams of caffeine, where in a shaker of GFuel, you only get 140. But since it's per serving, I still have to award the full point to GFuel. So now I'm going to move on to nutrition facts, and you can skip this part if you really want to, but I don't recommend it because there's some important information in this part. Now, the first thing, of course, I just talked about this, is the size of the tubs. I mean, you can obviously tell that GFuel, the tub is a lot bigger, and with GamerSupps, it is a lot smaller. Now, actually, in GFuel, you only get about 40 servings for this giant tub, whereas GamerSupps, for this smaller tub, you get 100 servings. But, of course, that's not entirely accurate because to fill an entire shaker, you have to have 2 scoops. So really, there's only about 50 servings-ish in the container. Now, I haven't still used a full tub of GamerSupps because I haven't been drinking GamerSupps that long, but I mean, GFuel, I've been drinking GFuel for a couple of years now, so I've went through a lot of tubs of GFuel, but not that many tubs out of GamerSupps, so your mileage may vary on that. Now, both of these actually have no sugar, of course, because that's one of their main selling points. But I did find out, and I was surprised to find out, because I actually haven't paid much attention to it, but GFuel actually has 15 calories, where GamerSupps has 0 calories, and I was surprised to find out that because I haven't really paid attention, because the only thing that I've really cared about in the past is the caffeine content of both of them, so I just haven't really looked at the calorie count, so I was surprised to find out that. And also, I figured out GFuel actually has carbs too. It only has like 3 grams of carbs, which isn't much, but GamerSupps almost dropped the tub there. GamerSupps has 0, so that's just something to keep in mind, I guess, when you're deciding which one you want to drink. And I'm not going to waste all of your time listing off all the vitamins and stuff that each one has, because they have about the same amount of vitamins and antioxidants and all that stuff. So there's no really competition there between the two because they have about the same stuff. I do want to mention one thing, and that is their focus complex, as GFuel calls it, or if you want to look at GamerSupps, it's called nootropics. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm going to go with Focus Complex because that's a lot easier to say, but they're different blends of Focus Complexes because GFuel doesn't really have that much stuff in their Focus Complex, and it's a lot of stuff that I don't even want to try to pronounce, so if you want to look, I'll put links down in the description. But actually, GamerSupps has a lot more of a Focus Complex than GFuel does. It has more stuff that is good for your brain. I don't really know if more is better, but I think the result is better. And GamerSupps actually has a full article about this on their website, so I will also link that down in the description if you want to see it. But I think that GamerSupps has to take the point for this because they have a smaller package, more servings, less calories, no carbs. So I'm going to give the point to GamerSupps. Now, on to Powderiness. This is a really interesting one because this has been a main selling point for some people that I've spoken to. There's just too much powder in GFuel. The serving size, as I showed you in a clip earlier, is bigger on GFuel. They use more product for the drink, where GamerSupps doesn't use as much. And you can even tell between the two. This is GamerSupps, this is GFuel, obviously. And you can tell this one is a lighter color, where GFuel is a lot darker, and I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but you can see the powder in this. There is actually powder at the bottom of this shaker, and that's what happens every time I make a shaker of GFuel, is there's always powder at the bottom. Now, I'm not using an oversized scoop or anything. I'm using the normal scoop size, and even when I use just a little bit less, it still doesn't all dissolve into the water. And the people that I've spoken to, they hate how much powder and just how GFuel tastes because of that. Because if I take a sip of GFuel right now, I can taste the powder that's in the drink. But then if I drink some of the GamerSupps, it tastes a lot smoother because there's no powder in it, so it's not really a gritty drink, and you don't want your drink to really be gritty. This one is almost as smooth as water because all of the product dissolves, where GFuel, you can see that not all of it actually dissolves in the water. And again, I'm not sure how much that really translates over to the camera. I'll turn these so both logos are facing out, but I'm not sure how much that translates over to the camera, but yeah, this one is a lot thicker, this one is a lot thinner in color, and that also translates to how powdery the drink is, which I prefer a not powdery drink, so that point is going to go to GamerSupps. Now on to flavor. Now this is an interesting one because I actually prefer the flavor of GamerSupps better. As you can see here, I have two flavors that are pretty similar because this one, Blue Raz, and Blue Ice with GFuel, these two flavors are identical. When I drink them, I can't hardly tell a difference between the flavor. Of course, GFuel, more powdery, you can tell a difference because of the powder in the drink, but with just basing off of flavor, you can't really tell a difference at all. And with GamerSupps, I actually like their dragon fruit a lot better than I like Phaseberry. Phaseberry is probably one of my favorite GFuel flavors other than like Tropical Rain, but these two flavors, I know they're probably not made to taste the same, definitely, these taste identical. These don't taste identical, and they're probably not meant to be identical flavors, but they're the closest that I could find to compare, and I just like dragon fruit a lot better than almost any other GFuel flavor I've tried. And you'd think, oh, well, since you like the flavor better, then doesn't that mean the point goes to GamerSupps? Well, no, because I'm going to give this point to GFuel because of their variety. They have a ton of variety and they're constantly coming out with new flavors on their website. So even though I personally like the GamerSupps flavor better, I feel like I have to give it to GFuel because they're constantly working with creators to come out with different flavors, and they have a ton more flavors on their site, where GamerSupps has sort of a limited variety of flavors on their site. They still have a ton of flavors, don't get me wrong, there's variety and you have stuff to choose from, but GFuel just has so much more to offer. So for that, I'm giving the point to GFuel. Now, this isn't really a selling point of either one, but I feel like I have to mention it just because it's so obvious if you go to their sites. I want to talk about the other products they sell. GFuel is doing a lot more in terms of other products, because GFuel, of course, they sell their normal tubs, but they also have energy crystals. I've never tried those, and they have a hydration formula, they have canned drinks, they have a lot more merch and more merch areas. And when you go to GamerSupps website, that just isn't the case. They don't have that much merch, they have a very limited number of shakers, and they don't have any other products on their site. And I know that this isn't exactly an equal comparison, because GFuel, they have 72 employees, where GamerSupps only has 12 employees. I know they're a really small company, so I know that they can't really branch out and do much stuff, but on their website, they actually directly say better than GFuel. So I feel like I can't go as easy on them because of that, because they say that they're better than GFuel when they don't have as many products. And I know they're focusing on one product in particular, their energy drink mix. So, I mean, it's whatever, but I am going to give another point to GFuel because of all their different products. And they constantly work with creators. And if you're asking, well, why don't you have this filled with GFuel? It's because within like the first week of getting my PewDiePie shaker, it literally, the limited edition PewDiePie shaker, by the way, it cracked. There's a crack down through the middle, and I tried to patch it up with tape, but it didn't really work. And I didn't want to like glue it or anything, because then that would sort of ruin the logo. So I still have my PewDiePie shaker, and I actually emailed GFuel asking if they could get me another one, but of course I didn't get a reply from that. So GFuel, even after this video, if you want to hit me up with another PewDiePie shaker, if you have any, I'd be willing to accept it, because it literally just randomly cracked. I don't want to rant about this in the video too much, but it did. It was just sitting on the table, and I was like, oh no, it's starting to leak. I didn't drop it or anything, and there was just a giant crack in it. So I don't know, if you want to hit me up with another free PewDiePie shaker replacement, I would be happy to accept, because I really like having a giant shaker just filled with GFuel, so I don't have to get multiple shakers a day of the stuff. So, of course, lastly, I'm going to talk about the overall performance. Now, in this category, it has to go to GamerSupps, but there is a caveat to that, which I will get to in a second, but I just want to discuss it first. This answer, as I said earlier, isn't exactly cut and dry, because there are benefits and there are disadvantages to both of them. GFuel, for example, this doesn't really have an impact on overall performance, but I just feel like I have to mention it. They have way better packaging. They offer a sticker with every single order. But GamerSupps probably has overall better flavors, while GFuel has more of a variety. But as far as performance is actually concerned, GamerSupps, I actually have a significant crash after drinking it, which is weird because I've never got that effect with GFuel. But while I'm actually drinking GamerSupps, I feel more energetic, I feel more uplifted. I mean, I feel a lot better while drinking GamerSupps, except after it wears off, which I feel like is a negative effect, because if you're drinking this in the middle of the day, you don't want to just be sleepy a couple hours later after drinking it. Where GFuel, I feel energetic, I feel good while drinking it, but I don't get a crash after it. But if you're looking for an overall performance boost, I do suggest getting GamerSupps over GFuel. Now, I'm not sponsored by either company here, so I can give a completely unbiased review. I don't have a code or anything that you can use, but either one of these could hit me up and I could say that I would really enjoy working for either of them because they honestly both have really good products and really good drinks. But if I had to recommend one for you to go out and buy, I would suggest GamerSupps, and that is also why GamerSupps has a score of 3.5, while GFuel has a score of only 3. As I said, both amazing products, but GamerSupps is just a tiny bit better, and I feel like you should go and support them because they're a smaller company. Go and show them a little bit of love and order some of their products if you can only get one. But really, what I do suggest doing is buying a starter pack from both. You can get starter packs for surprisingly cheap, and you can get a good idea of what both of them does for you. But if you want to get a full-size tub, I would really suggest the Dragon Fruit GamerSupps if you actually want to get a tub of something. But of course, again, I'm just going to say it does come down to personal preference, which one you like. Who knows? You could be in love with GFuel, and if you've only drank GFuel, you may want to go try GamerSupps. And if you've only drank GamerSupps, go over and try GFuel. I think they're both amazing products, as I've said, but I do think GamerSupps is just a little better because it doesn't have as much powder in the drink, and I do love their flavor, Dragon Fruit. So if you enjoyed and thought this was informative, please leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button because I post at random times throughout the day. It's not the exact same time throughout the day because sometimes editing takes longer, like this one. Probably going to be posted later in the day on Monday, but it is always on Monday. So make sure to, if you don't have notifications on, which you should, check back on the channel on Monday, every Monday, and there will probably be a video. I hope to do some more stuff in the future, so if you want to subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And if you enjoyed the video, tell YouTube that and promote me in the algorithm by clicking the like button. And I will see you in the next video next week. Peace.